Now, Al-Qaeda planning its next attack, it is reported, inside an online game. Tell me more.
Well, the potential is, with all the MMORPGs we've got nowadays, like World of Warcraft and Conan, potential for terrorism is huge. The Pentagon researchers have recently shown how all the different terrorists could collate and get together on the internet and basically use the game to plan attacks on the White House. It's quite shocking and it's worrying, but it also can't really be regulated because it's on the internet. So the idea is that we'll now have all sorts of secret agents and people going online, playing the game, and trying to be all elves and orcs and try and work out who's a terrorist and who are just the gamers.
OK, it is so lifelike. It is the ability to plan something that you could do in real life is there, I suppose. That's the concern, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It really does mirror the real world. If you take away the fantasy element, coordinates that they use in the game could be used to collaborate this with Washington, really different sensitive areas, and you can't really monitor who's playing the game because users aren't regulated. They come from all over the web, different pseudonyms.
Could be any place, any time.
Absolutely.
Okay. Tell me why the Scots need some more sun.
Because there isn't any. The lack of sunlight there means they've got seriously deficiencies of vitamin D, and this has led to all sorts of diseases. We've seen a rise in cancer, seen a rise in MS, and this is all to do with the lack of sunlight. They're not eating enough oily fish, they're not eating enough eggs, and unless we really enrich their batter with vitamin D, it's going to be quite terrible this year.
Google has conquered the web. We know about that. Why is it taking to the high seas?
Well, first off, the amount of energy Google uses is absolutely huge. If they take to the high seas, where they're planning to put their supercomputers around 11 kilometres offshore on barges, they don't have to now count as offshore companies, and they don't have to pay taxes. As well as that, the wave energy means they can reduce their power and their output, and also become a little bit more green-friendly.
So they actually power the computers by the wave energy around the ship?
Absolutely. It will also cool it as well, which is where part of the energy goes.
Clever idea. OK. A change in his Wikipedia entry for Vernon Kay. What happened?
Well, he's alive. He knew that, but lots of other people didn't. It seems a hacker got to his webpage, told the whole world that he died in a boating accident, which he was quite surprised to hear, especially as he doesn't really like boating.
Right. And he's now put it right, hasn't he, I think?
And
the Wikipedia entry now includes the fact that, hey, back in 2008...
I know, it just
somebody
shows.
tried to hoax me. OK. The American footballer who exposed a little too much in his blog.
Yes, Chris Cooley, the tight end for the Redskins, showed his own tight end on the internet when he managed to post a picture of his penis on his blog. He says it was because he was studying really hard at home and he wanted to show a photo of himself with all his materials. However, you'd think if you were posting a picture of you on the internet, studying in the nude, you'd be a little bit more careful about, you know, cropping out your unmentionables.
OK, and he wasn't, but he's now taken it down, and now there's an apology, isn't there, I think?
He has apologised, but I think he'll be more embarrassed because his fans weren't particularly impressed with the goods, shall we say.
Oh, dear. OK.
Yes.
Well, Zara, good to see you. Thank you very much indeed from the Shiny Blog Network.